Hello, my name is Candace Woodruff, and I am an Executive Vice President in MyEcon. MyEcon is a community of people that believe in helping others attain personal financial success. With this concept, we use a strategy called income shifting. Income shifting helps people to create cash flow and build assets. Simply put, we help people become more financially responsible and give your money direction. So before we get into how this all works, we have to understand that out of 320 million Americans, 95% of them are financially stressed. You see, people lay awake at night for two reasons. Number one is their health, or number two would be their finances. There's a financial cancer going on in America right now, and we believe that MyEcon has the cure to that financial cancer. You see, we all have something in common. We want to produce income every day so that we can maintain the quality of life that we've set for ourselves. We want to pay our bills and go out to eat and take care of our kids and things like that. While at the same time, we want to make money right now, but make enough money to last us into retirement so one day we can stop working. Well, you see, with those two objectives that we all have in common, we also all have these challenges that keep us from getting to those two objectives. The first challenge is inflation. You see, inflation is the constant rise of everything around us going up, but our income flatlining and staying the same. You see, what happens is that groceries constantly going up and gas and everything around us is creeping up slowly, but when we get that raise at our job, let's say about 3%, but the cost of inflation went up 5 or 6%. Did you really get a raise? No. So we have to find a way to outpace inflation. The second challenge that we have is taxes. Did you know that the average American makes about $1 million in their lifetime between the age of 18 to 60? Yes. Where does that money go? Well, the first third of the money goes to taxes off the top. They never see it. The second third goes to debt, and then many of us are forced to live and retire off the last third of that money. See, that's a challenge within itself. The largest expenses that we'll have in our lifetime will be taxes and debt if we don't know how to control it. Our fourth challenge is a lack of financial education. You see, many of us aren't taught what to do with our money. We're taught to make money and spend it, save a little bit, and normally when we save, something happens and then the savings is gone. So we have to find a way and get some strategies and some solutions to these challenges, and MyEcon has the way. You see, MyEcon teaches us how to maintain those two objectives and how to overcome those challenges. So let's talk about it. You see, the solutions that MyEcon provides is, number one, to minimize our taxes. We show you how to lower your taxes, number one, by adjusting your W-4 at your job. You see, that form is filled out incorrectly by 80% of Americans. Many times things happen in our lives. We have babies or get married, and we never change that form. See, we have to fix that. Average people get between $200 to $800 back into their household, and that helps us to move along to our next strategy. See, we're creating what's called cash flow. When we create that cash flow, finding money in your budget and adjusting that W-4, well, then we're able to start applying it to your debt that's hanging over your head. That even helps to create more cash flow, because if you're paying off those things that were hanging over your head, well, guess what? That's more money being kept into your pocket. This is amazing. Now, on top of that, we're having a great experience, and we share with you how to share your story and build business income. While all of this is going on, we're teaching investment education so that money can begin working for you. You see, I'm going to show you how all this works. So make sure you have your pen and pad and that you have all of these solutions written down. Now, we have to understand that we live in a capitalistic society. In this society, we choose to get paid 3 different ways. I say choose because it's a choice. Now, as an employee, we're taxed at the highest rate. This is the most common way people choose, because this is what's pushed in schools. So people choose to have a W-2 or a job, right? So as an employee, it's taxed at the highest rate of 28 to 33%. As a business owner or a 1099, we're taxed at 15 to 23%. And then as an investor, we're taxed at give or take 10%, depending on what you're investing in. So let me give you the philosophy behind each one of these ways we choose to get paid. Now, as an employee, this is the mindset. I go to work. They take taxes out of my check first. then I pay my bills, and if there's anything left, well, I pay myself. See, this is a challenge in America because many people don't have enough cash flow to pay themselves. Now, the philosophy behind a business owner says, hey, my business is going to work. I'm going to pay myself first, then I'm going to pay my bills, and then I'll pay taxes on what's left. You see, this is what we teach here in my econ, the power of business ownership. This is powerful. But let me show you this last concept. As an investor says, my money's going to work, then I'm going to spend, and then I'll pay taxes on what's left. Wow. You see, the last strategy with the investing is where we all ultimately want to be, but we have to grow and get there. So my econ teaches us to income shift by keeping your job. There's nothing wrong with the job, funneling your money through a home-based business, and then begin investing so that we pay the lowest amount in taxes. This is special. Now, I know you're wondering, well, how does this work? What is this all about? The power of business ownership teaches us that, hey, we get benefits for being business owners in America. Now, let me share with you how this works. My econ teaches this strategy called income shifting, and we qualify for the same tax deductions as big businesses like McDonald's. You see, let me share with you how it works. Real simply put, let's say that you maintain your business every single month for $50. Well, IRS publication here on the side, I'm telling you where to look this up at now. We want to make sure that you can see where we're getting our information from. IRS publication 535 says you can write off maintaining your business. Did you know that you can write off your children on your taxes as a tax deduction outside of the child tax care credit? That's up to $6,300 per year by hiring your children as an employee. Yes, we train on those types of things. That's amazing. IRS publication tells us to do so. Home internet, we can write that off because we do everything online in my econ, and that's amazing because we need that online service, so that's 100% tax deductible. IRS publication 463 says we can write off our cell phones because we have a business and use our phone for business. Travel, going out to eat, actual meals and entertainment. IRS publication 535 says you can write it off when you have a business and you're conducting business. Driving your vehicle, the government gives us 54 cents a mile to drive for business. This is major. That's a total of $16,000 in deductions because of the power of business ownership. You see, my econ is teaching the strategy called income shifting. So now you're able to shift your income from just a W-2 employee to becoming a business owner and using strategies to help yourself. You see, I didn't mention your rent or utilities being written off on your taxes. I also didn't mention the over 450 tax deductions that we qualify for, just like McDonald's. This is powerful. So this is income shifting. This is what we're teaching and the power of business ownership. Now, let me show you how this applies to your life. Now, this is a true story. It's just an example, but we want to make sure that you understand the illustration that we're giving. Now, let's say you made $48,000 on your job. That's in a 25% tax bracket. Now, we live in a progressive tax system, but we're going to use all simple numbers today just to make sure that everything's clear. You owe $12,000 to the government if you make $48,000 at 25%. Now, the government gives us what's called a standard deduction and a personal exemption. That equals up to be roughly $10,000 if you're a single filer. And this example was a true story of a single filer, so we're going to use that. $10,000 off of that $48,000 makes you taxed on $38,000, puts you in a 25% tax bracket, and you're taxed on $9,500 is what you owe to the government. Now, you remember that $16,000 I just talked about, right? Well, now that applies to your taxable income because you turned your regular expenses into business expenses when you joined with my econ and opened up a home-based business teaching financial education. Now, when you did that, that applies to your taxable income, dropping it to $22,000. The whole tax rate drops to 15%, and now you're taxed on $3,000, and that you owe $3,300 to the government. Looks a lot better, right? Absolutely. I want to make this real clear. You made $48,000, but it looks like you made $22,000. That's amazing. This story is a true story. This gentleman got back $1,800 from the state because we're from Arkansas. So these rules are going to apply differently for each state. So guess what? Federal, he cash flowed $6,200 back into his household. You see, we keep talking about this cash flow. We keep talking about this pay raise on your job. Now you're helping yourself to income shift and begin doing something different. We're taking our regular expenses, turning them into business expenses, and shifting our income and thinking and shifting our mindset. The worst thing that can happen to you when you join my econ is you save about $6,000 to $8,000 on your taxes. That's amazing. Now, let me share with you what this investment would be for you to begin taking advantage of what we're sharing with you. Well, we have a professional system that comes with a turnkey marketing system, 1 year for free, and our full financial success membership for only $199.95, one time out of pocket, and then each month $34.95. This is amazing. I'm not sure who can open up a business for less than $200 and maintain it each month for less than $35. That's amazing. Now, with this system, the difference between this system and the one I'm going to share with you is very, very minor. Remember, this comes with a marketing system that allows people to market online, and if you're putting in email addresses and for people to market your business even without you working. This is what this system does. But if you say, okay, I don't really know about the marketing system and things like that just yet, but I still want the financial success membership, well, guess what? You can get the financial success membership for $119.95 and $34.95 per month. You see, the only difference between these two systems, the professional system and the classic system, is the marketing turnkey system. You can decide to join now with the $119.95 and later say, hey, I'll get the marketing system later. That's perfectly fine. Now, let me share with you what you get with these systems. It's going to be amazing. Did I mention that it's all tax deductible? I didn't want to leave that out. Every bit of it. So we can't call it free, but we can call it tax deductible. The first thing you get is compliant record-keeping software to make sure that you're audit-proof. This system and this software comes on your phone and links directly to your computer, and you're able to keep your records and stay organized. The number one reason that business owners are audited in America is because they keep poor tax records. The next thing you get is what's called identity theft protection. You get up to $1 million worth of coverage, and it sends you notifications each month letting you know what's going on with your identity. This is an amazing product because the number one crime in America is cybercrime. We want to be protected. The next software you get is called the Cash Flow Strategist. This is our GPS to financial success. You see, we keep talking about these great systems and the software and the support. Well, this system here allows you to put our debt in. We put it into the system. It tells us what to pay, when to pay it off, when to pay first, and everything, giving us that GPS to financial success. Now, the last thing I'll share with you that you get with MyEcon is this great perk of the Cashback Mall. You can give this away to your friends and family for free, earn up to 30% cash back off of purchases that you're going to make anyway. You see, we have restaurants.com, we have Groupon and Walmart and Priceline, all of these things that we're going to do anyway. We just say book it from your own mall and get cash back. That's awesome. We're just getting paid on what people are buying anyway. That's just a perk for being in MyEcon. So how do you make money in MyEcon? Well, let me share it with you. You get 100% satisfaction if you use the strategies, 100%. But if you decide to share your experience with other people, the first two people, well, that gets you to the level of executive vice president. After that, you qualify for unlimited up to $1,000 bonuses off of the memberships that join with you on your journey to financial success. Isn't that awesome? Absolutely. You see, all of us have been to a great movie or a great restaurant, right? Yes. Well, did you tell anyone about it? Yes. Did that company send you a check? No. So what we say in MyEcon is that you go out, you share your experience with other people, and if they decide to join you on your journey to financial success, then MyEcon sends you a check, and that's awesome. So this is just an overview of what I've been over. hey, this is our financial success membership, and membership has its privileges. We get a business class system that comes with helping you create cash flow, get out of debt faster, teaching investment education, as well as giving you the softwares like the identity theft protection, the cash flow manager, and all these awesome products that you're able to have in your hands for you to have success. You see, I didn't mention the investment education very deeply, but we teach how to maximize your 401k, how to open up your own individual IRAs and Roth IRAs and traditionals and everything that helps us to have that financial security for our future. So at this point, either you're a 3, a 2, or a 1. A 3 says thanks but no thanks. I have it all together. A 2 says, well, I need the strategies and education for sure, so I need to learn some more, and I'm excited about what I'm seeing because I'm learning something. And a 1 says, you know what, I'm all in. I want the strategies, the education, the business. I know some people that need this information, and I'm all in today. So if you're a 2 or a 1, definitely get back with the person that got you on this call and let them know that you're ready to start your journey to financial success. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see each and every one of you at the top.